Hi, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So the last video, part 1, was natural lights, as you hopefully have seen. This was with flash. This was mainly to bring out the model from the background, as you can see in this photo here. The background's a bit blurry and it brings out that nice additional color. I was using the Nikon D500 for this, and I was using two lenses, the Nikkor 50mm f1.4D. It is an older lens, but it was working fantastic. The zoom on it is super quick. And the other lens I was using is the Sigma 18 to 25mm 1.8 art lens. The art was mainly the last couple of photos there. I love working with this model. We've worked a couple of times before. Every click and every time she sees the flash, she'll change pose. She'll do almost anything you ask once it's not like asking her to jump off a cliff or jump in front of a car. She's always willing and able. She's so energetic. It's great to work with her. On this day, we were lucky we had some overcast on the day and everything was working out good. There wasn't starting to rain. The only issue on the day, well, it was after when I came back to edit the video, was it turns out that there was a good bit of wind coming along and the audio wasn't the best. This is why I'm actually doing the voiceover now. Um, as for directing the model, I didn't need to. She's very experienced. She kind of knows what to do. Like I kind of touched her up here and there, like on what to do. Just like lift the arm or move this way or get in front of the flash this way. Other than that, most of the settings are self-explanatory. So in this part here, I tried to keep the ISO as low as possible. I was running at 1/250th of a second on the speed. The main reason was that I wanted it as fast as possible so it wouldn't be as shaky, and I couldn't go any faster than that because the flash is a Godox 850. It's not HSS. I've just purchased that today, so I hope to use that now in the future, and hopefully I'll get to see a review on that further down the road. The aperture I was using was trying to keep it as low as possible, so f1.4 or f1.82 or 2.4 I think was the highest I went. The reason for that was I wanted to keep it nice and blurry in the background, but also as much in focus as well. So sometimes I kept it depending on how much of her she was angled and which way, like just for that depth of field. That would have been keeping the focus going from 1.4 to 2.8. Also for light as well. As you'll see now in a bit, I'll actually be shooting in the kind of tunnel there with the trees, so it's a little bit darker there, so I needed it a bit more open just for that bit of light to keep it at 1.4. I also had to bump up the ISO a little bit, which lucky enough with the Nikon D500 it does actually handle the ISO very nicely up until around 2000. That's where I noticed where you can start to see a bit of degradation there in the photos. So one thing I like to do is I like to share the photos with the model as we're going along so she can see what she's doing. Maybe she might have some hints on what could be better, and maybe an additional pose. She can see what she's doing so she feels a bit more confident. It also keeps the morale up as well throughout the day. I like to have a fun bit of time on the shoot as well, so we crack jokes, we have a laugh. It kind of keeps you going and motivated to keep on shooting. It can help as well when the weather's not the best. It was okay on this day, but I've been on freezing cold shoots where like a bit of joking around kind of keeps morale going, nice and friendly, and it kind of boosts the morale a bit. So I wanted to keep this video kind of short. I could have a little bit shorter than I would have if I had kept the audio, mainly because I'm sure at this point you're probably wrecked listening to my voice here at the moment. One thing I do like about the Nikon D500 is you can actually adjust the screen at the back. As you can see now in the next shot here, I was able to get a bit lower and I was able to kind of use the screen to see what was going on. This kind of gives a nice effect when you're this low down. It kind of gives the foreground and background blurry, as you can see here in this photo. Turned out very nice. Um, that's mainly the video here now. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment and subscribe and like on my YouTube channel. Thank you.